Full Heel Podcast, to another episode of the Full Heel Podcast. I don't know why I said that twice, but go ahead and check out the rewrites. That was the rewrites right there. Lightning Dance off the French Summer EP. So go ahead and check out their YouTube, their SoundCloud. Go ahead and check out all their music. There's some of my buddies that helped me out with the show. And if you want more of the rewrites, Toucan was on with me yesterday on the Fight Companion. And also on the network, Frankie, the bassist of the rewrites, is on the Full Heel Network doing Football on Full Heel. That is the soccer version of Full Heel Podcast with my fraternity brothers and Andres, all high school buddies, doing or talking about soccer. Go ahead and subscribe to this podcast, though. You'll get all of that on the network, here on YouTube or audio, and you also get me playing Call of Duty or whatever game I decide to play from here on out.
And also they get...
And you get Ryan. Welcome, Ryan. What's going on, Ryan?
Living the dream, my friend.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day, actually. I forgot to tell you. Happy Father's Day.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, it's a blast. I love it. The kids make it worth everything, man.
I bet. I hope you're enjoying your macaroni arts and crafts things, your poorly drawn pictures that will go in the garbage in the next couple months.
Oh, I
mean, in the box of special memories. Sorry.
I don't even bother telling them about Father's Day. Like it's like you're gonna give me a card. It's gonna sit there, and we're also moving too. Mm-hmm. So it's like on top of everything else, it's like I don't need more crap brought in just to get rid of it.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like, you know what? Spend the day together means more to me than that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm here and not with them. No. Yeah, we had a fun morning. We have a nice little barbecue plan for the night.
Nice.
Just some veggie burgers and coleslaw and stuff like that.
Is that really a barbecue?
Technically.
Because you're barbecuing it?
I'm barbecuing it technically, or I guess I'm grilling it because it's not a barbecue. It's like a cast iron grill. Mm-hmm. So, but that's our plan for the day.
Yeah, we are barbecuing today. I actually grilled for my dad on. What was it, Friday? No, I didn't grill for him. Sorry, I cooked for him. I made salmon.
Oh yeah,
I made some badass salmon. I made some cauliflower rice with shrimp and broccoli with cheese. I cooked for him and my mom. I told him, I'm like, Dad, do you want me to buy you anything? Because I've given him clothes past couple either birthdays or Father's Day.
Right.
I'm like, Dad, do you want me to buy you more clothes, or do you want me to cook for you and my mom on Friday? And he's like, just cook for us because they know I cook well. So
nice.
They chose that option, so I was able to give them that.
Perfect.
Yeah, I got nothing else besides bring up In Your House 5. Me and Ryan have been doing In Your Houses. We've done In Your House 1 through 4. We covered the NXT In Your House, and today we will be doing In Your House 5. I couldn't think of anything else.
Well, there was a toss-up. It was either going to be, watch a good old-school pay-per-view or talk about Backlash 2020. It was... not gonna go there.
No, we can talk about it. That was a garbage pay-per-view. Yep. I think they've had Raws better than that. AEWs are better than what they gave us that night.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks
weird.
for trying, but it was weird.
I tuned in. Like I started watching it around the tag team title match, and because I was kind of excited for the Raiders and the Street Profits. I've enjoyed their little competition videos that they've done. They've been fun.
Oh, so you were excited for the match that didn't happen?
So I'm thinking like, oh sweet, I'm just in time because I looked on the internet to see like what had happened thus far. I'm like, oh sweet, the tag match is up next. Like perfect timing for me to jump in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what in the fuck is this? Like this is garbage. And then I mean, the greatest wrestling match ever was what I figured it was going to be because it was pre-recorded. There was going to be no mistakes. It was going to look so fluid and perfect. Yeah, I don't know. I get it.
I think what makes aspects of a match perfect are two guys with really good chemistry, able to call it in the ring, aspects of it with aspects of them planning it out. Hey, we're going here. How we get there is up to us. We're going to do this. where there's going to be a false cover there. How we get there is going to be up to us. Maybe we can set a mid move in order how we're going to get there in order to transition into this.
Right, yeah.
But it seemed like everything was scripted from everything from we're going to do this move to this move.
Yeah, to go off of that, I love the A to B, B to C until you get down to the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit back in the room and you talk out, okay, we want to do this. How do we get to there? Otherwise, we'll call everything in the ring as we go because you know how to do this with me. I know how to do that with you. Edge and Randy Orton have, I guess there was an 8-year or 9-year layoff, but they have like a 16-year thing going back to like 2004, 2005, maybe. So they know each other well enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of putting it together. And then, yeah, I said it last week, these matches, AEW, WWE, doesn't matter. These pre-taped cinematic matches, they're just becoming too much. It's like back in the Attitude Era when it was like the hardcore match was every other segment was the hardcore champion getting pinned. Like eventually it's like, okay, I get it. Like it's a 24/7, like once here, once there is okay. You don't overkill it. Like but I mean,
you mean don't overkill it by, hey, let's steal everyone's fucking finishers from our era and let's do them on each other and show them that these finishers aren't shit.
yeah. Like was it Orton kicked or Edge kicked out of the pedigree, and then hit Orton with the rock bottom like within a minute later.
I get the connection between Orton and the pedigree. I don't get the connection between Edge and the rock bottom.
Yeah. I can see like you want to try and hit some, and their Twitter, I think it was their Twitter. They put something up like, if you're gonna have the greatest wrestling match of all time, you have to break out the greatest finishers of all time. And I'm like, so 1 second, if the rock bottom is one of the greatest finishers of all time, why didn't Edge use that instead of the spear?
Yeah.
Like what? Like so? Like you're saying this guy's entire career he wasn't using a great finishing move, and how good was that great finishing move if it didn't put the guy away? Also, it's like it's.
I could suspend disbelief if it's like, all right, the rock bottom is only for the Rock, and other people can do that move, but it's sacrilegious to call it the rock bottom. You can do it whatever it's called. Look, if
like the bookend.
Yes, that's another finisher, but that's the bookend. If you're gonna use it as a transition move, don't name it the name of the finisher that someone else has used. Name it the name of the move, whatever whatever that is. I'm not exactly sure but it has a name. It's not the rock bottom, and it's not the bookend, which eventually that's what it was dubbed as.
That's how we know them now.
Yes.
Yeah, the tons of guys used to use those moves, and it's like anything, right? Like Austin's. Was it the jaw jacker or something like that was the stunner, and it was just a move that hadn't been seen in a long time, and then they Austin picked it up and started using it as his, and it was like you see guys kick out of it when it was the main event of a pay-per-view, like WrestleMania, The Rock's gonna kick out of the stunner kind of thing, but now you have John Cena using a springboard stunner and Kevin Owens using a stunner and everyone else uses a stunner, and it's a setup move. It's like Jake the Snake with the DDT. Every guy, so many guys got their own variation of a DDT, but they were never a finishing move. It was just.
You know what's hilarious? I think last week we were having a very similar conversation to this, and then they go to the fucking greatest wrestling match ever, and they go and they do everything that we were complaining about.
Right.
Like, hey, we're going to take everyone's finishers and we're just going to throw them out there and kick out of every single one of them, and then we're going to land ours and show that we're better. No, name the moves what they are if you're going to be kicking out of them and using them as transition moves.
I'm surprised that they went with the finish of the punt.
Oh, okay.
Because if you go to like WWE Top 10 or something, like that, like they're, I don't know if it's on YouTube or through Facebook or Instagram, whatever, they put up like a top 10 countdown every couple of days or once a week, whatever it is. And one of them was something to do with, I think it might have been Orton versus Edge, leading into that match. And Orton runs up to punt Edge and the video freezes and they cut that segment out because that's deemed too violent now. And then they end up, so it's like saying, like, we can't show you this segment because it's too violent, but we're going to bring it back for this match. I'm like, motherfucker, if you're going to bring it back for the match, just put it in, like,
It's pay per
we
view,
know.
Ryan. It's pay per view.
It's like
I get it because AEW is kind of doing a similar thing. I think where they're going to keep hardcore matches to pay per view in order so they can do blood and a bunch of crazy shit.
Oh man, Cody got to bleed, man.
Dude, that one, me and Jesus bought that fucking pay per view. Cody dove headfirst into
that's right. Yes.
Into the steel fucking, and we're like, wait, was that real or was that fake? But
it
was real fake because it was real, but it was planned. But it was real that he crashed his fucking head into the.
Yeah, he was supposed to do part of that, but he wasn't supposed to take the severe head trauma that went along with it. It's like.
It's like, all right, I want to get a badass cut, but how am I going to get it? You got to smash your head into the fucking.
You got to do it
floor.
the hard way, okay?
Like, all right, well, do you think there's any way I can avoid head damage or brain damage? Maybe.
They sat down with him. Yeah. They sat him down and they showed him Ricky the Dragon and Jake the Snake. Oh. Like, here, we can do it this way. Like I remember watching the highlights like the day after that match. It was just like. Like that.
You put up that Ricky the Dragon and Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
See, the thing that, like, Cody's was bad, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't hollow all the way through compared to the fucking hollowness. Yeah, the hollowness of the cement. Dude, you can hear the gunk, and you're like, oh,
and
fuck.
Like Jake, and the funny thing, like, it's on I think the Ricky Steamboat something to wrestle. They said, like, he told, like, I can get my hands up in time. You should do it. And Jake's like, I don't know if I really want to do it, man. This is pretty dangerous. He's like, no, trust me. I'll figure something out. Nope.
Yeah, I think even Jake was like, hey, dude, the way I do it, we can't do it on the outside.
Yeah, and Ricky was so hell bent on doing it that way, but ooh, head trauma.
I'm glad that it hasn't, like, severely fucked over Ricky, because it seems like he's still cognitively there. He's still able to speak. It hasn't really fucked up his speech and his head as much as other wrestlers that have maybe, wrestled a little bit too long and taken damage to the head. Taking
too many chair shots. He kind of got out also before, like, chair shots were like a very common thing. Like, you look at something like Mankind, who took, like, Mankind in that Royal Rumble I Quit match against The Rock took much more damage than Ricky Steamboat probably took in any 10-year period of his career that you want to look at, I would probably guess.
Yeah, but I think the chair shots were the least of McFoley's worries.
It was the handcuff with the chair shots.
Yeah. He's missing ears, teeth coming through his nose, flying off Hell in a Cells. Except those 11 chair shots that The Rock did were kind of excessive.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be like 3 or 4, and then The Rock's just like, here, let me hit you twice really quick in succession. And he's like unable to stand. And as a kid, you're like, this is fucking awesome. And then you watch it as an adult, and you're like, oh, he legitimately could not stand. Like, he was bleeding the hard way numerous times over. Like, that segment from Beyond the Mat is still so hard to watch.
I actually need to watch the Last Ride Undertaker documentary. I haven't seen it.
I've waited to get to this point where they have them all out now, I think it is. I'm going to probably binge it this week or next.
This is how I know it's good. My guys are telling me to watch it. I haven't seen it, but Full Heel Podcast is telling me to watch it.
That's good.
Toucan and Frankie and them, they're like, yeah, you should watch it. And, like, I think Jesus watched a couple episodes. He said it was good, too. I just haven't gotten a chance because Warzone is out.
Yeah.
I actually went shopping today to looking for the Modern Warfare, the whole game, so I could play Team Deathmatch and all the other other options to play on there. Right now, it's just like, there's a lot of options still with the free one, but I wouldn't mind having the full game if I'm going to dedicate my time to upstreaming and playing Call of Duty. It's fun again. It's fun again. Yeah. So if you guys haven't by now, go ahead and bring up In Your House 5, December, I think it's December 17th.
Yep.
1995.
Yep.
Seasons Beatings. I guess it's
Oh, I was just about to look that up because I was going to say I think it's called Seasons Beatings.
Yeah, it's called Seasons Beatings. Triple H is going to face Henry Godwinn. I think that feud was started at the last In Your House when Henry chased.
When he got the slot bucket and he was hiding behind King. That's right. Yeah.
We're gonna have
That's the Arkansas hog pen match too.
Yeah. We're gonna have Psycho Sid taking on, Psycho Sid and 1-2-3 Kid. You like the alliteration there they did?
Yeah.
Taking on Razor Ramon and who was the other guy?
Marty Jannetty.
Because
like, they fucked Razor hard there, man.
The seeds were planted there as well, where Kid kind of fucked Razor over a couple times by coming in and counting, and then Razor
I
thought
think
it was
he's
a ref.
he's in the $1 Million Corporation by this point.
Yes, I watched the Raw before this, to get a little bit of info on this. Yeah, he's in the $1 Million Corporation at this time, and he's all about the money and screw the fans. So.
Well, eventually, man.
Yeah. So go ahead and bring that up on the network. Me and Ryan are going to hit play in just a second or two. Let's see. I got this ready, the countdown to start with. I got my Master Chief controller holder ready.
Nice.
I'm ready when you are, Ryan.
All right, so on go then. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I better mute this. Because these mics are picking up everything. So we started at 0 pretty much. Mine was at 1. So we watched the intro and everything. I know other people don't in their podcasts. Something to wrestle with. They skip it.
Yeah.
I guess they don't talk over it. But I guess they're doing the promo for this because we're gonna have Bret Hart defending his. I think he's defending it against his
nearly won
WWF Championship. He won it at Survivor Series against Diesel in a no disqualification match. Diesel was not selling, so they're like, "Fuck it, let's put it on Hart." And so the story here is, unless you want to tell it, Ryan.
So it's 3 years earlier at SummerSlam. It was Bret versus Davey Boy, brother-in-law versus brother-in-law at Wembley. Probably one of the first times that the Intercontinental title was the main event over the WWF Championship, and in a fantastic top 3 Intercontinental title matches of all time, potentially a top 5, top 10 match period of all time. British Bulldog gets the win over Bret Hart. They hug it out. It's all good.
We've actually broken down that actual match in some of our favorite matches, or even in the Hart episode.
It might have been, and so now we're here 3 years later, and Bulldog, though, that time they were both face. Now Bulldog is heel in this match, so it's a little bit more. He's got instead of the loving nature to it, Bulldog is just saying, like, I will kick your ass and take that title pretty much in a more PG way. But so it is a little bit more depth because they have the backstory. If he's beaten him once, can he beat him a second time? And we will see. If you know anything about the British Bulldog's career, spoiler alert, he never holds a heavyweight championship. One of the best to never.
And it sucks, man, because when he was during his era, you had so many good guys and like so many personalities and characters that they were able to use. That the British Bulldog was able to build himself up as such a great wrestler, but I think what happened was the era of personalities and characters.
I know that was supposed to be a snowball that they threw at the camera for Behind in Your House, but it definitely looked like a money shot. No, but I think the drugs also, because he had been fired a number of times for no, maybe not a number of times, but he left the WWF a few times for money, and he had some drug issues, and I'm sure that Vince also was very nervous about putting a title on someone that might end up being suspended for some reason or another. But you look at guys like, even going back, like Rick Rude, Roddy Piper, even in this era right here, British Bulldog and Scott Hall. There's 2 more perfect examples of guys that should have had a reign. I wouldn't have even been mad if Bulldog won that title off Diesel and just been a transitional champion. And he could have kept the title going into this one and dropped it to Bret or something. He could have been a little champion just to kind of get something going and seeing what they could have worked with, but unfortunately they didn't. So, Sid and the Kid. Sounds like a really bad TV show.
Yeah, no, they definitely went with that tag team because of like, what do we do with 1-2-3 Kid now? Well, let's turn him heel against Razor. Yeah, but what do we do? How?
I love too
Put him
though.
with Sid.
He's a bad guy, and he still was. All they drop is 1-2-3. They keep it as he's the kid.
Yeah,
Like if all the like you couldn't give him a better name. He's a bad guy now. He's just the kid.
Sid and the Kid. Damn, Razor with the IC
Oh,
championship. Why is he wearing a leather jacket? This is a weird.
because he's got to match his tag team partner.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the only real reason why.
But why is Marty Jannetty wearing a leather jacket?
Because Shawn Michaels used to wear one back in the day, and he wants to. Maybe if I wear one, I can be popular too. And you can see the seeds planted there for Goldust and Razor Ramon. They were going to have Royal Rumble '96, their title match.
Something people don't like touching on, but you know, Razor didn't really like, or actually protested working with Goldust because he didn't like the. And they argue that it's not a homosexual character, but it's a homosexual character. What is that? Ambiguous?
They're androgynous.
Androgynous. There we go. That's the word they like using.
But it's not just the fact that it is 1990. Do you take that step back? And Razor Ramon was, he grew up in the 70s and 80s where it was the macho men, and if you were gay, it was looked at as a weakness. And and they want to use a storyline where he's gonna get kissed by another man. I can see why he would say no. It's not like it is today. Like there's a lot there. I think wrestlers today for a storyline might be more willing to have a Goldust style character if they could work it and accept a certain thing that they might not care for, but they would accept it for the sake of whatever. Mm-hmm. Like if it was a girl, it's cool. If it's a guy, it's cool. I don't think that it's necessarily like, I don't know. It was a weird character for a weird time. They definitely tried. We've talked about it. They tried to bury Dustin Runnels, and Dustin Runnels said, "All right, cool. 24 years later, I'm still doing the same gimmick."
Yep, 100%.
And he'll be a Hall of Famer, I'm sure, eventually.
Yeah. And it sucks saying like, oh, it's the era, but that's what it was. You can't look back in the past and try to condemn people for stuff that was.
That's it.
To say it was the norm. That's how everyone felt at the time, whether it be right, whether it be wrong. But it was definitely 100% ignorance to the fact of, gay people deserve to have 100% the same rights that me or you or any fucking person has.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, and even looking at what's happening around the world, but mostly through the States with like Black Lives Matter, like. You have to take everything. Like you can't and this is what I hate when people say, "Oh, you can't take down the statues because you're never going to remember anything." It's like, no, because we know how Black people were treated for centuries.
Yeah.
Like it's not. You take a statue down, I'm not going to forget it, and my kids will eventually learn that and it will get passed on. And you take the eras that were ignorant, and you learn from that to teach the next generation how to be better. Mm-hmm. That's how you do it. And Goldust was probably he was a very controversial figure at the time. But think about how many kids watched wrestling back in the 90s that were gay, that saw Goldust, and they saw something that they could connect to, that they could utilize to find a strength. Like, it happens. Like, it's...
AEW has definitely not catered, but definitely welcomed... transgender,
the women's champion, right? Or the first women's champion, not anymore.
Actually, Riho won it, and then Riho lost it to Nia Jax, but not Nia Jax. Sorry, Nia Jax.
Here come the emails.
Yeah, come the emails. I can't think of her name.
I know who. I want to say Fallon Fox, but that's the MMA girl.
Yeah, it's the MMA girl. And Nia Jax. She is attractive. She's put on a lot of weight since she started in wrestling. I'm not gonna lie, that's something that I do not prefer. But she is She has a pretty face, and she had a model's body. I did not think she was even plus size when they were calling her plus size at the time. And I think those kind of comments and those kind of, public judging is what caused her to, not give a fuck anymore. But like, hey, if you guys are gonna fucking call me fat for being thin and being a model, I'm just gonna do whatever the hell I want. And more power to her. She can do whatever the hell she wants with her body.
100%, yeah.
Everyone has their preferences, and I'm just a fucking idiot talking shit. Nia Jax is a professional wrestler making that money in a profession that I wish that I could fucking be a part
Well,
of.
and that's the thing. Like whenever we criticize someone, it's because of their performances.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about their looks. It's not about anything. It's about if we attack Nia Jax in any which way, it's because she's dangerous in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. Like that's the only time that I think I've ever said anything negative about her. Is she trustworthy?
Mm-hmm.
Like would I step in the ring with her? Probably not, unless I want to get like stairs upside the head, But
I've seen a couple of those, adult films where the girl wrestles the guy. I wouldn't mind doing one of those.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, but they've been working on Razor here. Sid and Kid. Razor's
Yeah,
trying
it
to build some
starts
momentum.
off with we start off there with the Kid and Janetti, and every time Janetti tried to tag in Razor, 1, 2, 3 Kid would try to tag out, so Janetti would he didn't want to face Razor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is another prime example, like we've talked about, when everyone thinks that like you don't realize how tall Razor Ramon is until you see him fighting Sid, and then we talked about it ad nauseum, but it's just another thing to think like he's not considered a big guy for some reason or another, but
but
he's
Sid
right
is,
there,
and
man.
then he's bigger than Sid, and it's like, wait, why is Sid the big guy, and they don't fucking say anything about Razor?
Yeah. Oh fuck, Mark Jannetty's still stuck in 1984.
Yeah, but I like the tassels though. I'm gonna get
Well,
some of that.
he had the tassels at the nice power slam. He had the tassels in that gold dust match that we watched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
He's
but
all about the tassels.
yeah, and I'm glad we touched on that. Well, I didn't even think about that till the Goldust came out. But didn't all homosexual and transgender and bisexual people win 100% rights or non-discriminatory
Yeah,
rights
it
in
was
the
something
workplace?
like it was deemed that they
Unconstitutional
the Constitution, like it didn't specify them, but the Supreme Court says that they basically the Supreme Court said that gay people are humans. It's like when I was reading the headline, I'm like, it gives something like LGBTQ have equal rights in the workplace. I'm like, wait 1 second. In 2020, people need to be told that still.
Okay, dude. If the dude can work as like dude or girl, whatever, can work. I'm not using Zims or fuck that shit. All right.
Yeah, no, I get you.
If they work just as fucking good as me, I have no complaints.
That was always my thing when I was working in restaurants. When I was hiring somebody, it was I don't care about your orientation, I don't care about your gender, I don't care about your skin color. It's can you perform when I need you to perform. If you can't work a busy Saturday night in the restaurant, if you're gonna say it's too hot, I don't care. You're gone. If you can do it, awesome. Let's go.
I like how they switched it out here to Janetti and the Kid to get a little bit faster pace. But then they went to.
But then they go to Gold Dust.
Yeah, it's like we got some exciting guys in the ring right here that could do some pretty good high flying stuff, and you're like, let's go to an interview.
It's funny though, like when Janetti, that was a terrible sell. Like he had his hand up to block the shot before he even. It's funny because when you see Janetti in the ring against Sid and against the 1, 2, 3 Kid and all that, you realize like if he could have just fucking stayed, if he was just smart, and he's like, you know what, I'm not gonna have those drinks tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like. He could have been like a pretty solid mid-card guy. Like he would have been able to. He could have had like multiple Intercontinental title reigns and not just given the title for the sake of a storyline. But
dude, imagine if he would have stayed fine and healthy. He could have gone to WCW. He would have been. He would have been
perfect in the NWO.
Yeah, he could have done something there.
He could have done something for sure in the NWO because he would have been that perfect guy that was in WWF that went to WCW. That was.
I'm already doing it. Let me copy Shawn, but this time I'll be in the NWO, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, exactly. I got the leather coat and the black pants.
Yeah, I was his partner before. Why can't I be in there? I want to be part of the clique. They would have done something. They were throwing everyone in there. Horace Hogan was part of the NWO.
Yeah, if Horace Hogan could be in the NWO, I'm sure Marty Jannetty would have had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But sit here. Here we go. Yeah, get the don't.
Yeah, but I'm sure we're gonna touch on it right now. You're the you're kind of the perfect guy to have here too right now to talk about this with the whole
Rogan,
the whole
all
wrestlers and
the
the
wrestlers.
sexual assault. Yeah.
Oh, that was the fucking weirdest thing. I forget where it happened, but I saw some. It was some group. They put up a list of like 20 guys that were called out, and there were a lot of names that you probably wouldn't know because they are British, UK independent scenes. Some of them you will know, like Enzo Amore, Del Rio, which Del Rio is fucking the least surprising one on the list.
Not Del Rio.
But then, like, yeah, you start seeing like a lot of these names start popping up, and it's just like, what the fuck is happening here? And like, but now it's getting to that messy point because now you have Matt Riddle gets accused of it, and
I saw that one.
Matt Riddle fires back, and he says,
so,
"I got a restraining order. I've changed my phone number 3 times. This girl is psycho.
Yeah, so
so now it's."
And I kind of want to make this clear. I'm not here to combat the speaking out thing. I'm here to just make this clear and paint a bigger picture as to this isn't a wrestling problem. This is a problem everywhere and anywhere. Because, I see people putting out there like, I don't know if I can be a wrestling fan. I'm not watching wrestling anymore. I need to stop watching wrestling. It's such a fucking dirty place. And I don't think that's the...
And I heard someone say that to me. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna still watch wrestling with all this stuff?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, why wouldn't?" I'm like, how can you support an industry like that? And I looked at them and I said, "Do you still watch movies?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, so you support Harvey Weinstein's industry?"
Yeah.
Do you go to restaurants? Do you know how much sexual harassment happens in restaurants?
Dude,
do you eat food?
Here in the United States, our government officials are pedophiles. They're fucking creeps with women. They've been accused of rape.
Well,
Biden right now is being
president. The president of the United States, when he was running, I just grab him by the pussy. Like,
that was him. Even like, I'm not even defending him. That was him joking. We have Biden that has accusations from multiple women right now, and no one's saying shit. They're like, you know what? Let's go after Crystalia.
Bill Clinton got a blowjob Bill Clinton got a blowjob in the Oval Office, for Christ's sake. Like,
but if we're going after Crystalia, let's go after Biden too.
I know the Crystalia one hurts because it was extra dirty because it was the underage part. That's like it's already super touchy, but when you add in the fact that he's going after someone underage, that's the one where you're just like, oh, that's like a triple whammy. Like that's looking bad on like if you're
Whitney Cummings came out and denounced.
If you're on Twitter, if you're on Instagram or anything like that, and you want to like message some girl and you're like, "Hey, I'll be in town. Let's hook up," and she's 19, 20, okay, fine. You like a younger girl, whatever. But when there's a girl that's in high school and you're a 40-year-old man, that's what's like, dude, come on, what are you doing?
And I thought about this, and he can say like he didn't knowingly, but guess what? You're famous enough, and you should be smart enough to make sure they're of age before you do
100%
anything and everything. Because at first I'm like, oh, well, maybe he didn't know. Oh, maybe he unknowingly, like he said. But guess what? When you have that much on the line,
that's it exactly. Decisions. Like you always and like you
even
said,
if you don't have that much on the line, don't make stupid decisions.
When you're a famous person and like you can, and I'm gonna guess that Crystalia has enough girls calling him all over the place. I mean, I'm sorry, dude, but like, at least if you like, at least wait till she's fucking 18. Like, what are you doing? Like, do you think it's not gonna get out ever? Yeah. What like look at Bill Cosby. It took 25 years later, but it comes out.
2. Was that the 3 count? No, that was a 2.
No. Yeah. No, he's gonna give it to a kid here.
Yeah, he's giving him the.
He's in the. Sid gonna save him?
Oh, Sid saves him from the razor's edge.
Oof, that was, almost didn't save him.
Did we get a 3 count there? Did he just attack kid? I don't know. He hit him with a bulldog off the second rope and then went for a pin. It looked like it was a 3, and then he tried to hit the razor's edge off of a kid, but then he pulled kid out. Psycho Sid did, and they're taking off. But
there's a lot of matches on this card. Hey, there's a lot of, like, I looked at some of the times. Like, there's like a lot of quick matches, like in and out, fast-paced matches. No, I mean not fast-paced, but just not a lot of storytelling. It looks like.
Yeah, I guess not. But
But no, like to what you were saying, like with the wrestling thing, like Jack Gallagher released and then they wiped him straight clean. Like he got the Benoit treatment.
I didn't
For
even
his
know
thing.
Gallagher was part of the naming of the. I saw he was
He
released.
he was accused of, I don't want to say minor because I don't want to misspeak, but it was definitely accused of rape at a New Year's Eve party, I think I read, and by one woman, and he attempted to rape another woman, I think, at the same party. The problem is that there's so many. The list in the morning was 20, and by the nighttime, I think, or at least the next morning, it was over 100. So like, there's so many stories, and I'm getting bits and pieces, and I'm hearing stories about guys that I don't know about and guys that I do know about. So there is
So
a lot to take in.
here's what I'm gonna say, and people are gonna take it however they're gonna take it, but I have to say it. And I'm not saying these ladies are lying or anything. All I'm saying is the only times I've ever worked with females has been in a restaurant. So I've worked in a restaurant with other people, and I've been a shift manager at different restaurants, and it's. And it's
I thought you just said you were a shit manager.
that too, a shitty shift manager. But it happens in the workplace all the time, and what happens in the workplace is sexual misconduct. I would not want to put sexual abuse or sexual or rape in that context. It does happen, but I would say it's in certain cases. And here's why I say this, because I've worked in the restaurant industry. Ryan's worked in the industry, and just a little bit of that we've talked about it, we can both agree that multiple spots that we've been with, there's a lot of sexual misconduct within the employees.
It's hard to word things sometimes.
And
I can't look at it from a female's point of view. I can't. When I was 16, 17 working kitchens, I had guys and girls harass me in ways, be it verbal, be it physical. It was nothing. There was no rape. It wasn't anything like. It never went extreme. It was while we were working, kind of thing. But things were said, things were done, whatever. And it's and I felt uncomfortable. But to me, it was just like, whatever. I can handle myself if it gets to the next level. A woman, I can definitely understand not feeling safe and not feeling comfortable. I fully understand all of that.
100%.
And I do agree that the change has to happen, because it's going to happen eventually where it's going to go too far, and you're going to have a guy that pushes the envelope or a girl that pushes the envelope, and people's lives and livelihood are going to be greatly affected. And it's fucking 2020. Like, come on. Like I'm happy that these girls are and again, this is a grain of salt. I'm happy that all these girls are speaking out. And I actually didn't mean to say speaking out for the hashtag. I just meant in general speaking out. I'm happy that they are doing that, and I'm happy that they're getting their stories told. But it's also take a step back, because you see the Matt Riddle case where he has proof of evidence that this girl's been harassing him at the same time.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that her story's false.
Yeah.
But there is more to that story.
They were in a relationship that it's a weird one at best. We don't know what happens between two people in their personal lives. The story is Matt Riddle wanted her to fuck him in a car full of guys that were asleep. She didn't want to, and he said, "What if I make you?" His story is she's crazy. He's tried to get a restraining order against her before, but he was advised not to, so he wouldn't ruin her. But he says he has proofs of him having to change his number, of his wife having to do this. Look, and I'm not trying to defend anyone, because again, I do not know them personally. All I'm trying to say is we do not know people in their personal lives, and this is why I want to get back to the restaurant things. Being a shift manager, being in charge, I never partook in any of this, because I did not want to get in trouble, and I didn't want to get fired. And as nerdy as and as corny as it sounds, when I go to work, I go to work. I don't go to play around. And to this day that I work in a factory, I go and I tell the guys that same thing. I'm not here to play. I'm here to
Right.
work.
I'm here to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. Like I don't want like it's weird because again, I have done kitchens from the time I was like 13 years old or 14 years old. I'm gonna be 35 this year. I've been involved in food for over 2 decades. I've heard the jokes. I've made the jokes. That is literally the industry that I grew up in. I never went too extreme. I would never put my hands on someone or force anything on someone because that I was also raised properly by my parents. But in the restaurant, there were so many times where you would see both parties taking place, and then one. I mean, I'd never seen it where someone got aggressive or someone was accused. I never saw it get there, but I've seen the joking around in that, and it's like, okay, well, when does the joking go too far?
Yeah.
That's why I've learned over time that I'm fucking like I was probably like mid-20s and I started running my first restaurant. Not even. I was 19. And it's just like I'm too fucking old to deal with nonsense. I have a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like this restaurant, my livelihood depends on me being professional. And again, I make jokes all the time here. We're not
It's jokes.
this is
it's
having
jokes.
This is having fun with someone while we're watching wrestling.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like like, I'm not hurting anyone's livelihood
Mm-hmm.
by doing something or saying something stupid like I would be if I was at work.
Dude, I've been at restaurants where there's 18-year-old servers and the cooks are groping the servers and the servers are fine with it, 100% fine with it, till it's not fine. And that's where I want to get to it. It's like, if I'm being professional in the workplace because I'm a higher up, and not even a higher up, I'm just a shift manager, which really isn't anything. I'm just in control of the shift and making sure it runs well. The manager's the manager. Do I go complain to the manager now from now on? Well, like now I work with a bunch of guys. But now, like if I ever come back to a restaurant situation, do I go complain to the manager when these two parties are complacent in each other's actions? One's the cook's groping the female line server, and the line server's going along with it, and just feeding fuel to the fire and teasing more.
And that's exactly it. It's like if you are offended by it, like you have to make it known. Because the more the joking goes back and forth, then the farther it can escalate to a point where someone finally feels uncomfortable. But you're like, dude, we were just joking around. We've joked like this before. It's like,
and sorry we're talking about this so much, but Jeff Jarrett was just getting an award, so it's whatever.
It's not even a real award either.
Yeah, it's some stupid WWF award that we kind of skimmed over.
And now here comes the dean.
Yeah, here comes Dean Douglas. But like, I'm not trying to defend guys, and I'm not trying to go against the speak out thing. I'm just trying to give you my point of view, and I'm tired of defending scumbags. I just get offended when guys get grouped into a category because I'm a guy and I don't do any of this stupid shit.
Well, and that's the other thing, right?
I get put in a place where it's like, hey, I either come at these two parties and nip it in the bud and stop the sexual misconduct at the beginning and then turn two people against me, or wait till it blows up and then she doesn't want anything to do with it and they've had a relationship and now she doesn't want anything but he's still aggressive. At that point, yes, I can step in and do something, but like, how do I know that you guys aren't going to get back together? Like, you guys have involved a personal aspect into a work aspect that I don't know what to do with anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, to be fair, I met Kara through the restaurant business, so I went straight. Literally went never mixed personal and work, and literally went to the farthest extreme possible.
Hey,
and
that's where I've gotten. Sadly to say, that's where I've gotten most of my vagina because I'm not an aggressive person. Like, I don't go after girls because I'm a big dude. I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want them to be like, oh, this guy's being.
You
aggressive.
don't want to. Exactly.
He's being like a giant meathead. He's being a dick. No, I want them to get to know me for who I am, and that on my merits. And that's how I've gotten it, through my work ethic and them seeing me work and like, oh, this guy's a good guy. He's a good worker. Blah blah. I'm gonna talk to him. We're in the same environment, and that's how it's always happened. But what's to say that it's not going to blow up in your face?
Same thing too, like with a lot of these girls in the wrestling business. A lot of them a lot of the accusations start off with like, well, if you want the job or if you would like to train here. So it's like literally putting them in the position of, yeah, I'll train you, but you gotta blow me if you want me to train you. It's like you're abusing your power right away, like before the person's even uh, in trading for it. Like Jim Cornette and his wife made people do things to them or with them
That one was
to get
really
a contract.
that one was really crazy. Um,
So we have Ric Flair over here.
yeah, we got a fake Ric Flair going against Steve Douglas.
He's even just like, this is hilarious,
Yeah,
Buddy Lundell.
but look, and like I said, I'm not defending guys, and I'm not going against the hashtag speaking out. If anything, I'm I'm 100% with whatever decision they decide to make with all those wrestlers on that list. If they need to be fired, if they need to go to jail, if something needs to be done, something needs to be done. I'm tired.
100%.
I'm tired of defending bad guys and people standing around, but I'm also not gonna. I guess it's. I guess I'm gonna just have to be the corny guy that calls out people that do stupid shit when I can be in trouble too. I'm not in that.
Right.
I'm not in that environment now. I work in a factory with all guys, so it's a lot different. They don't fuck with me because when I first came in and they were fucking with me, like messing around, being doing like kind of gay shit, because that's what guys do when they're around. They'll fucking be a little gay and like ha 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 ha. I think it's funny. I
Right,
don't play
right.
around like that, so it's like, hey dude, don't play around with me like that. I just don't do that. And it's like, oh okay, cool. So they don't do it with me. They still do it with each other, but that's as far as they'll ever take it because they're guys. With girls, it becomes something else, and then I guess from now on, if I'm ever in that situation, if I decide to leave where I'm at now, and I'm in a different environment where there's females working, and I see that happen, I'm gonna have to go to higher up, and I'm gonna have to tell them, hey, look, I saw this, this, and that. I do not want to be involved if this ever blows up, and I'm not trying to come at you and trying to get them in trouble. I'm just telling you, I saw this, and if something were to happen in the future, I do not want to be part of any of this.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing too, like this, because how many times do you see like a lawsuit happen where such a stupid match? How many times do you see it where it's like the innocent person has to get called to testify because of whatever, and it's just like, well, do I go against my boss or and like risk alienation from everything that I want, or do I do the right thing and protect the person that has been like people get put in really shitty positions because they didn't stand up in time, and that's why it's like it's important to not let these things happen, like especially in 2020. I know I've said it 1,000 times already, but it's fucking 2020, man. Like I remember when I was 10, 11 years old, it was fine to say, oh, that's gay, when you were talking about something that was like weird. That was just, now as an adult, I can look back and be like, oh, why would I was stupid. I now know. I've met amazing people who are gay. I'm like, oh, so that really means nothing. Like that statement of that's gay is actually like the most meaningless thing out there. But at the time, that's what everyone said. And you just follow along with it because you don't know. You're a kid. When you become an adult and you start doing it, that's where there's an issue. You haven't learned as you've grown. You've stayed in this ignorant mindset. You didn't let yourself develop to be a proper human being that can go out and mingle in the real world.
I like to, take people for context. I don't say it around people that I know aren't going to necessarily pick up on my context or know who I am as a person to know that I do not hate gay people. Or, just in general, it's a joke. But that you also have to know how to read the people you're around and know the people you're around
Yes.
and not just go out there and go to a fucking store and be like, well, that's gay around the
Yeah.
in public. It's like,
And especially like with me, like if I'm out with my kids and someone says something, I give the people looks.
yeah.
Like if someone like my kids heard me swear 1,000 times over. I can't help that. My 3-year-old son drops the F-bomb. I can't help that. It's in my lingo. I like to think I'm a pretty decent father. But if I'm in public and I hear someone talking or saying something outwardly rude or hurtful, I will look at them. And I have made comments in the past to be like, you understand that there's a child here hearing what you're saying, right? You know that you're a grown ass human sounding like a moron in front of kids who are going to pick up on that and repeat it and not know what they're saying and not knowing that they could be hurting someone.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, because when you're saying in front of kids, guess what? Kids don't get context yet. They're kids.
They hear words and they repeat words. That's how they develop speech, and that's how they live.
Words registers words to them, and that's they don't contextualize what it means.
Yeah, a word is a word, and when you tell them not to say it, they know that they should be always saying it because it's funny that they're getting a reaction from you.
And that's why now, oh fuck, dude, Jarrett just hit Ahmed with his painting or his ward that.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've ever seen the back of a picture, but it's not enough to really knock you out.
Yeah, it was an award, bro. He should have made out of wood, I guess.
No, either way.
Yeah. So I guess that's why he had a super short match. Damn, he's going to work with him with that chair.
Ahmed he's almost no selling. He's looking like he's hurt, but he's getting stronger with each blow.
He's getting up too.
He's hulking up.
He's a big dude now. Well, you showed me the picture of him all fat.
Oh yeah, he's after leaving the wrestling business, he really let it go. Yeah. He spanked him. There you go. Now you've made him mad.
Slimy little heel Jeff Jarrett. He's gonna get what he deserves.
Oh, he went for the chair and Jeff Jarrett pushed him down.
What the hell? How'd Jeff Jarrett do that?
That was funny.
How'd he get behind him when this guy was chasing him?
Yeah. That's awesome.
It just don't make no sense.
Is he gonna go through the house?
Is Gargano in there?
Yeah, he eating dinner with Candice LeRae.
Yeah. Licking his wounds. We got Racer. Hey yo, Chico. Hey, that 1, 2, 3 and Psycho Sid, they couldn't handle all the machismo. And me and Big Kev, we're taking off in like 5 months. We're gonna go see Billionaire Ted. And you see this IC title? This is the last time I'm gonna hold a major title that means anything.
I don't think he's in WrestleMania next year.
No, Chico.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think February. You know what? It's his last match is against Vader at In Your House. I think that's the February pay-per-view.
I think you're right, Chico. I'm reading this contract right here from Billionaire Ted. It says, "Hey."
Yeah, that's exactly. He's like, no, he's disgusted.
How much money?
I think Millionaire Ted maybe has a lawsuit for or Millionaire Vince is giving him his new contract offer.
Yeah, he just hey, what the hell? Hey, Vinny Mac. Hey, yo. This is Henry Godwin?
Hillbilly Jim.
Sorry, Henry O. Godwin versus HHH, Hunter S. Hemsley.
A lot of initials in this one.
Yeah. Hog.
Yeah, I always loved it. I loved how it was Henry O. Godwin and Phineas I. Godwin. Like
Hog and Pig.
Yeah. I got, to be honest, for a character as dumb as a pig farmer, those guys fucking did it good, man.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of shows you when you look at a character like Dean Douglas. You can make a character work with the right guy, maybe. Like if you had a different getup, like a different outfit, potentially Dean Douglas could have gone a bit farther. The worst thing is he can really smell that because the nose is so bulbous that. it's kind of funny. We just go like, I would never make fun of anybody based off their looks. We're talking about Nia Jax. Triple H comes out and like the size of that nose, man. Like that didn't take long for me to sound like a hypocrite.
He's got a schnauzer on him.
Yeah. Where do you think they got got the pigs for this match at, Raph?
They're definitely domestic pigs. They're not wild pigs. I'll tell you that much.
Come on, setting you up for the pigs are us.
Oh, pigs are Mexico. They got the pigs from Mexico.
Yeah, that would have been badass if they had like actual like wild boars in there. Like, we caught them in the hills of California. Ugh. You know why he's smiling? He knows what's in that bucket.
You think he's shitting it? For trips?
Just because, why not?
For Triple H?
Suey! I love too how they got I almost called him Elmer Fudd. In God damn it, Hillbilly Jim. I love how they have Hillbilly Jim too. It's like what of all the people, like I think he actually manages them for a bit too, like they were on this era. Or at least when Cousin Phineas joins in.
This one before? Or this happened right now?
No, this is how the match starts.
Okay. What does he slap? Damn, he slapped one of the camera guys?
Oh, the fans, those poor fans. You know some fan just got a mouthful of that when he was yelling at Hunter. Was that the announcer? Is that Schimmel?
I don't know who got it. Someone did.
Looked like, was it Schimmel? Tony Schimmel? It kind of looked like him.
Wait, why is there two Godwins in there?
Hillbilly Jim's the manager. Or the referee.
Doesn't seem fair.
It's biased. On the Crime and Sports podcast that I listen to, whenever the criminal or the athlete has fucked up enough, they bring in a random character that they've invented to come and say, like, dude, how did you end up here? But one of the characters is actually, they do Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon's always talking, is like, you know what you need? You need overalls, but no shirt. And it's funny because here we got two guys in overalls, one with no shirt. Vince McMahon loves his rednecks.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I mean, you know that if he was not, I mean, if he's gonna put his hand in it, you know it can't be that nasty. It's probably salad with some dressing on it.
Call me Miss Nasty. Oh yeah. Miss Jackson.
Ooh. Poor Hunter.
Get him, Hunter. Who's the heel and who's the good guy here?
I think the Godwin is the good guy just because he slops people. But I know the Godwins went face, heel, face off and on for a little bit there before they went full heel for a while.
Full heel podcast?
What? I realized just as I said that. Yeah, I think they were with Jeff Jarrett. They were like his bodyguards, Southern Justice.
It's a good name for a tag team.
It's a really good name for a tag team.
Faction. Oh, God. Hunter should bring back this look for WrestleMania.
Why not, eh?
Yeah.
Only if he could fight Rocky Maivia with The Rock has to have like that afro though.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
If The Rock can start growing his hair out and they can have like a throwback match, ooh, I'm all over it.
You'd think he'd be able to grow his hair back somehow.
The Rock's not on steroids. What are you talking about? That's all natural.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm jealous of the Samoan genes.
Yeah, he was all like that's the one thing with The Rock. Like he was jacked enough as it is when he started in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, man, you fast forward 15 years and god damn it, man.
Well, he actually dropped muscle for some of the roles that he was in because he was too big. Like when
Yeah.
he first started, and then he's like, "Fuck this, I'm gonna get giant." I think he talked to Arnold. He's like, "You got to get big. Work on your arms, your puny." The CIA got you pushing pencils.
That oh fuck, man. Like, yeah, that's the crazy thing too. People realize with the wrestling, like how many wrestling fans went to see movies just because The Rock was in it and that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there's a reason why The Rock is now the like, or at least for a while, he was the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Who's it now?
I'm not sure if it's The Rock anymore. It could still be The Rock.
Is it
Um,
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Is it him?
I don't know. I don't know. Mark Wahlberg's been doing more family movies lately, or I don't know. Yeah, I guess family movies is the right way. I mean, even what John Cena, man. I mean, even John Cena starts doing random movies, and all of a sudden, like people go to the movies all over again.
Not me, because I can't see him. I wish I knew which sound pad was at the.
That was so bad. It was just like, oh god. Actually, probably one of my favorite jokes is I think we've talked about it before here, but it's the NWO, and they always talk about the fourth member, and they got John Cena in the ring with the NWO shirt from WrestleMania, and it's like he was there the whole time, guys.
He's couldn't see him. Pedigree outside the. Oh,
So is it
nice
how?
setting yourself up, Hunter.
Okay, so is it you go in if okay, so it must be if you go in you lose.
Um,
I don't think it's a pinfall or
Arkansas
submission.
Henpeck Hog Pen match. Let me see if I can get what it exactly the rules.
Ooh, he almost slipped there.
Rules.
Because when Hunter Hearst Helmsley was laying on the top of the pen, Hillbilly Jim was waving his arms
Mm-hmm.
to almost like say like no, almost in around like the Royal Rumble where it's like he didn't get thrown over.
Pillow fight, weapon match, chairs match, candlestick match,
Every match, but
object on a pole match, straight jacket match, strap match, tables match. Where's the hog pen match? Taped fist match. Oh, enclosure based variations. Let's see if the hog pen match is in here. Scramble cage match. Chamber of Extreme match. I don't know what the hell that is. Doomsday cage match.
yeah, I wonder
Hog
if they'll.
pen match.
I wonder if they have it in the
Well,
event.
I clicked on it and Wikipedia took me to just all the matches that are like specialty matches. Dumpster
Right.
match. We're getting close.
Well, I love like I'm on Wikipedia and I looked up the pay-per-view itself and I'm like, okay, you can look at like results and storylines and whatnot. Storylines, matches faced pitted heels versus faces in wrestling matches. All right, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
What happened? They click on event, and the event is one paragraph about the Jeff Jarrett scene. That's it. Oh, that's a nice move.
And shout out to everyone watching. We got some people who've been watching since the beginning with us. Me and Ryan trying to keep you entertained, talking about whatever we can, even though the beginning part wasn't that entertaining. Just giving you our thoughts on this crazy shit that's been going on.
I'm surprised it took this long. Also, not to go too deep into it, but after the whole Me Too movement there a few years back, I'm surprised it didn't happen in wrestling sooner. Because wrestling's always had like that connotation, right?
Yeah.
But whatever, it's happening now. It's all that matters. Get the scum out.
Seems to be happening everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Or trying to happen everywhere. Like, police departments and shit like that. Yeah, I can't find the exact rules of a hog pen match.
We're gonna have to wait till it. Well, it's got to be you get thrown in and it's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone wants to go see him, and people are like bum rushing throwing elbows to get front row seat. Oh, the hog drop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It seems like you just have to beat him up and then throw him in. Once you throw him in, you win.
Yeah. Okay.
There are no rules. Anything goes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can't come across anything else besides that. You just fight your opponent until he's tired. And apparently, there's only been 2. This one and Austin versus Eric Bischoff.
Oh, really? I didn't know that Austin.
And I think Hunter got cut there when he got Irish whipped into the pen. Yeah, Triple H was cut on the back due to the being Irish whipped into the pen. Yeah.
Oh, he gets in the. I forget that's the hog drop or the slop drop or. I forget what he called that
Flop
move.
top? Are you rap lyrics over there, Ryan? What are you talking about?
I said his finisher. I said I forget if it's the slop drop or the hog drop. I think it was something like that.
Oh yeah, you can see him cut in the back. I was right. Into the metal fence.
Oh yeah. He gets random injuries like that a lot too, because there was we covered the street fight with the Cactus Jack at Royal Rumble when he gets his leg impaled.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Damn, dude.
I really hope that's just mud.
The ref is jacked. It's giant. Look at him.
I just gonna toss him in there. Wait, Henry got him smelling it in the background too. That's hilarious.
What an idiot! Why would he smack the ref's hands? I know. I get it. I guess he's the heel, but
yeah. Oh, you know what the worst is? Like for me, I'm a minute germaphobe.
Yeah.
I see blood on someone and now he's getting dropped in mud. To me, that's like, oh no, get that sucker rinsed out.
Yeah. Some alcohol in there. Oh damn, the hogs are running around. They're gonna trample Triple H.
They're gonna trample. The pigs don't seem to want anything to do with them.
No, they don't. Fuck that. They don't. Pigs don't.
Get me out of here. Fuck you guys.
Unless you bring food to them, they don't care. I used to fuck with them in Mexico. They don't want anything to do with you unless you put food by them. Then they're just distracted by the food. Yep. They don't care.
He just died. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking, like, why would he just dive out? I'm like, yeah, because I could just see they open the cage, let him out, and you get fucking 6-7 pigs running around the arena.
Horrible slip by Triple H.
That's bad acting.
Yeah.
He's selling it for the fans.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, come on.
Is he throwing shit too?
I think it's falling. Like he's swinging his hands. I think it's just like falling off of him.
Yeah. Even the pigs are like, "Come on, dude."
Yeah, they're like, we could fall better than that.
Yeah. Oh, damn! You saw that?
Yeah.
So he's throwing slop into the crowd, and someone threw a Coke at his head.
It
was clearly a Coke cup, right, or a red cup?
Yeah.
A soda. That was awesome. They hit him right in the head. It's pretty cool. Well, that's what he gets. He's throwing slop into the crowd.
That reminds me of those stories from the NWO. Bischoff would tell the stories of, yeah, we used to do this, used to do that, and guys would throw things. It was awesome, and the next thing you know, people would start throwing batteries at us shit, like from like the upper deck.
Well, that's why Cornette had a racket, because he had to hit people.
Yeah. You see something flying at you, send it right back to them.
Yeah. After they.
Oh, come on! That's hilarious.
After him and his wife, had their way
this
with.
This is still the PG era too of WWE, WWF.
He had to beat him out of his house after him and his wife had their way with him. Cornette did. Yeah, but that was a nice commercial. The ice in the tits.
Yeah, it's just like you're watching it. Like really in 1995, there. Okay, that seems like more like 98, but okay.
You got to build to attitude, Ryan. You can't just have attitude. You got to build to it.
Yeah, they were right, man. Those shirts, like that Scott Hall shirt, man. It's who would wear that? Just a big picture of a guy's face smiling, like that is kind of like.
That's zero creativeness, just like my my thumbnails for these things.
It's just, but it's like, I don't know. It's just so random. It's like the picture, and they just was it screenshotting or something, whatever. We just say or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but you take a picture and you can get it like on a pillowcase or whatever like that. That's all they did. Thank God, guys started being allowed to do their own designs eventually.
So Diesel turned heel because he lost, right?
Yeah, and I remember I've heard this promo before, and this one it's really weird. It's like maybe this is the new me.
I know it. So this is where the big boys play. Oh no,
yeah.
Wrong company. That's like a year
Yeah,
later.
he says something along the lines of maybe this is the new me. Maybe this is my new attitude. Maybe I'm the bad guy. And then like yeah, we're gonna see it right here.
New year, new
That
me.
3 weeks later, he's a fucking face again, defending Shawn Michaels against Owen Hart, but he has an attitude while being a face.
And they have to tell you about it, right? He's like, man, he's a good guy, but he has a lot of attitude.
Yeah.
What a such a cool guy, Big Daddy Cool.
He's a badass. You know, he's dressed so 90s though,
Yeah.
and that was in this like.
That happened at the Raw beforehand where he kicked Yokozuna out, if I remember right. Oh, Owen, a good thing I remember. He's going to take on Kevin Nash right now, Diesel. But I watched the Raw before this. If you guys want to watch a good match and a good early Jeff Hardy, it's Owen Hart versus Jeff Hardy.
Owen Hart, he
December 11th, 1995. If you guys want to check that match out, go ahead. Ryan.
Owen Hart fought a lot of young talent that ended up going far, and you could see. It's hard to work. Like I don't want to say he brought it out in them because obviously you create your own career as you go and things, but. He fought Edge in like Edge's first pay-per-view,
Well,
it was a fantastic match.
Look at Le Champion. He idolizes Owen Hart to this day. Well, not idolizes him, but he holds him up there in high regards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has ever said anything negative about Owen Hart. I mean, obviously, with everything that happened, it's hard to say something negative about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just seems like everyone in the business always loved him.
Yeah. Look at Diesel.
I love the
Dude, they could have kept if they would have paid him, they could have kept them Kevin Nash, Big Diesel. That's it. Or Diesel.
Or just change the name to Big Daddy Cool. I mean, we had Big Daddy V there.
Yeah. But if they wanted to give him like like Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock, HBK.
Yeah, because he was nice when he came back in 2002 as Kevin Nash, but then when he would start making those sporadic appearances and like the Royal Rumble, he was Diesel. He came out as Diesel in that. It was fun to see that. Like it's a good like old school character to have once in a while.
Typical fucking Kevin Nash. Elbow, knee to the sternum, knee to the stomach.
Throw.
Yeah, throw.
Okay, so that's 3 of 5. Now we just need the big boot and the sidewalk slam.
Here we go, sidewalk slam on you. Look at that. Boom, sidewalk slam on Owen Hart.
That's awesome. You got some height there too.
Yeah. Here you go. What's next? Is it the power bomb? Is it the no?
No, he has to get the boot in. The big boot has to make its appearance.
Oh no! Owen's gonna get some offense in. Here we go. The real wrestler. I don't like Diesel's pants. The Diesel down the side.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa! Owen, calm down there, bro.
Oh God! I'm like 2 seconds behind you. Okay. So
he almost landed on his neck.
That looked rough.
See Kevin's dyed hair. He was getting tired of the dark.
Yeah.
Starting to come out. Is that his natural haircut? Yeah, right.
He would have dyed his hair black because he was almost blonde in WCW for a while there. When he was starting to go gray.
Very light brown, at least.
He had that weird transition where his hair went from brown to like a dirty blonde to what it is now.
Well, don't like surfers put that shit in to their hair, and then the sun turns it that color.
Probably, I would look at Sting. He went for the move number 5.
Well, the big boot, yeah.
The big boot. He went for number 4, number 5, whatever number we're at here.
Missile drop kick off the top ropes. Beautiful.
Now, I love the British Bulldog, but look at how much better this match is with Diesel and Owen versus Diesel and Bulldog from the one we watched. Already. Look at
just to begin with. Well, there's
that was like a 15-minute match, and in 3 minutes, this match is already better.
Yeah, so we'll have other people work on the same strategy, but Owen seems to be relentless with it, fast pace. I'm gonna keep going, Exactly. There's not gonna be a lot of breathing room for him. I'm not gonna give him space to get up, and I'm gonna make you guys believe that instead of I'm gonna do it and wait around a little bit.
And this is also I know that I've shit on Diesel a lot watching these In Your Houses, especially because he's been in a lot of them as the champion.
Yeah, what has he done to you, dude?
But when you see like it, to be 100% fair to Diesel, Kevin Nash,
Big Daddy Cool.
Vince got him
Big Sexy.
against Sid,
Big Kev.
against Bam Bam, against Mabel. Was it against? No, Bam Bam was the face. He was Yokozuna, British Bulldog. He got nothing but like gigantic big guys. Like you look at like, his match against Brett, and now his match against Owen. Like God, like if Vince had just put him up against smaller guys and let him be a dominating champion, he can be face versus face, or let the character go as it goes, because his title run probably would have been a lot better if he had better small talent. I mean, even when he fought Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. It takes two to tango, bro. Don't be talking about Big Kev like that. No, I get what you're saying. He was given a lot of opportunities in a whole year with the belt, but we also got to look at it like this. WCW had Hulkster, brother.
Yeah,
they had Hulk running wild over there. That was new to them, and you have the Macho Man, Randy Savage. They were living people's nostalgia
they have their established stars also with Sting and Luger and Ric Flair,
the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, so they brought in they injected new talent to give you dream matches with the old talent.
Death the Rose, baby. We forgot about him booking over there.
Yeah, that's right.
Damn,
he's gonna. Oh, I thought he was gonna do the triple power like he did to Brett, but just got DQ'd. Yeah, match is over. Owen Hart wins.
Mm-hmm. But
I'm going to WCW to get that belt.
No one's gonna finger poke me here. I'm Big Daddy Cool. I'm gonna wait till I'm Kevin Nash and I meet up with Hulk Hogan again.
You better get out of there, Tim.
Yeah, I'll fucking shove you in the face again, Tim.
Oh, fuck me. I have so much to do.
But WCW right now is on their run to. They already have Nitro, but they're no, do they have Nitro?
Nitro was September '95, so yeah. It would have been started up by now. It would be fresh, but it's
okay. But they had Hogan since '94.
Merry Christmas, Big Daddy Cool. That might be the greatest sign I've ever seen.
So, but they've been building up with it for a while now with Hogan, so that's why they're able to acquire Nitro, which eventually they'll acquire more talent with the fucking TV, with the fucking come on, dude, the fucking deal over here, the TV deal they get.
When they start really running, that's when when they start getting. I guess they made a lot of money, but it's all through Turner through Turner, right? So it's not like they got to spend it. Turner would distribute it however Turner wanted.
Yeah.
Santio Vega.
Because there was a weird thing where Hogan was getting paid through Turner, so it necessarily wasn't on the books for WCW. He was getting paid more as a TV talent / wrestler, so I think he was like double dipping. I could be mistaken on that.
Dude, did you see how bad that was? You had two kids side by side reaching out for a shirt, and Savio gives one kid a hat and just kept on walking. The other kid got jacked. Come on, man. How you gonna do that to a kid on Christmas?
It's $1 million man, bro. He's a preacher now, right?
Yeah. Or he's licensed to do it. I don't know if it is that one of the Dudley Boys in the back with the thing on his head. He got the tie-dyed shirt and glasses.
I don't know.
It was behind DiBiase in the crowd.
I didn't see him.
Looks like he has like a native headdress on.
I'll keep an eye out for him, but I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Bubba?
Hmm?
Was it Bubba or who?
I don't know. I can't get a good enough look, but he has glasses on and it looks like a tie-dyed shirt. And there was someone right beside him has an ECF and W shirt on.
Well,
It's right. He's right.
I see the ECW guy.
He's right behind Savio Vega. Savio Vega moves, you'll see the guy that I'm talking about, and it looks like one of the Dudley boys or the Dudley family. And around this time was when they were doing that cross promotion, right?
I think so. I think 95 it was, or 96.
Around this area.
Get out the way, Savio.
Oh, Kobe, what are you doing?
He's back. They're back.
They're back. Yeah, they said 6 o'clock, so 4:30 right on time. I gotta be careful. I shouldn't say negative things too much.
No one watches this. Ryan gets canceled.
Well, it means, let's be honest, it's not like she can leave me.
You gonna take your bread recipes? Give me that.
Yeah, those are already in Windsor, baby. Those are I shipped half that stuff gone already.
I should have turned on the audio, but nah.
But they can do it at home.
Yeah, we can fill it in right now too.
So I love this Santa Claus character is the best. Vince loves using Santa, eh?
Yeah.
He brings Santa out all the time.
Jolly old Saint Nick. Throwing out candy canes to the crowd.
You know how many kids got into fist fights right now, probably trying to get shirts and hats and candy canes? Brawling in the stands.
Who really wants a Savio Vegas shirt?
Yeah, they had some Bret Hart ones I saw there.
Oh, he was giving out Bret Hart ones? Okay.
Yeah, like the white one's a Bret Hart one. It has the white and pink.
Oh, that one, that white one that he just threw out?
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
Huh.
Let me tell you something, Savio. Oh, shit. Santa just attacked Savio.
Yeah,
Oh!
Santa works for the $1 Million Man.
Yeah, damn. I was about to say, like, $1 Million Man's got a present for Puerto Rico. A bunch of towels.
Yeah.
No offense to Puerto Ricans. But that happened. That happened.
This is amazing.
Towels to everybody. Oh, you know what's awesome? Target had a bunch of Clorox wipes. Limit one per customer. But I got the Clorox wipes. I got a big one, like a double size one.
But, be prepared for the rest of the pandemic and the beginning of the second wave.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. You see it going everywhere. And Chicago's about to open up next week, I think, 100%.
Well, I love when they're like, the two places that got hit the most were Florida and Arizona. I'm like, of course it was.
Yeah, the guys opened up first.
I mean, it's like not exactly the most. I mean, they're not the states known for being the greatest. You know, and I said this as a Canadian. Whenever there's like crazy news of something stupid, it's either Florida or Arizona. That's how it seems. Amazing.
They opened up early and a lot. So.
Well, Windsor starting tomorrow. I think you have to have a mask if you go into any commercial business.
You guys are just doing that now? Everywhere here is that.
Yeah, we just are starting it.
Is that you, right?
We locked down a lot more, we had a lot more precautions, it seems like, than America did. But if I remember correctly, this becomes Santa Claus, and he becomes an actual competitor for a few months and before bouncing out.
Here we have, Ryan, a horrible matchup next. We're going to have King Mabel, the human lava lamp.
The human lava lamp.
Taking on
this is a casket
Undertaker. Match. Is this the Undertaker with the face thing? They broke Undertaker's face. Is he fixed yet?
Remember? No. Nope, there's the leg drop. So yeah, he'll have the mask in here.
Not the Undertaker. How could they? By God, he's got a family. Oh no, he's dead. Never mind.
Yeah. No, yeah, this is definitely the with a mask because he has the mask at WrestleMania, I believe.
They had that Undertaker as a figure, and I should have gotten it, but I didn't. Today I went to Disc Replay again, and they have that Undertaker for fucking $50. I have him. You see
which one is it?
The Defining Moments one, the Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah, okay.
But I want him for my fucking collection, but they want $50 for him, and you know what sucks? I ordered 3 of them, and I don't know where the other 2 are because I gave them to my nephews, and I don't know what they did with them.
Oh, they for sure tied, what do you call it? Little firecrackers on them and see if he could make them fly.
And they moved around a lot, like, so I don't know if they just threw them out. You get me? I gave them to them for Christmas because they were like $11. They were super cheap at the time. Now they're $50. Yeah, think about that one, Ryan.
Well, I mean, that's like when I was looking at some older figures, and this is like the Jack specific basics. Like when you Google search anything, you get a list of everything, things that you. So yeah, they had the like Jack specific figures, and they were like $200. I'm like,
you
fuck out of here.
Do you want a tip for that, Ryan? If you're gonna start collecting anything?
What's that?
If you're collecting anything, like if you're gonna start a collection of toys, like say the Jack specific ones, the Bone Crunchers.
Oh yeah.
Buy a lot. Like I mean, like a lot of I don't mean like in quantity. I mean like the lot of toys that someone is selling.
Oh, okay.
Keep the ones that you're looking for and sell the other ones.
Sell the rest.
That's the only way you're gonna get it when people have full collections. Oh, I have that exact game they're promoting.
That exact game.
Yeah, that exact game. I have it right. I'm looking at it behind my Dreamcast and my Sega.
Nice.
In that exact Sega Genesis box. Oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking mark it out right now. I'm gonna go play. I should play a little bit of this after that and stream it. I can live stream it.
There you go. That'd be fun.
Well, that's what I was thinking about doing. Like if you have to go on hiatus, I could just have my nephew come up here and I could play video games with him on Sunday for an hour or two and live stream it, or play by myself.
Yeah, I'm hoping that hiatus doesn't last too long. Yeah, but I'll see what I can.
Not like a live stream. I could live stream WWE shit. Like not.
God, that mohawk is wild. It looks like he just got out of the shower and just like kind of dried his hair and just like puffed up.
Mm-hmm. It looks like he puts straightener in his hair like a relaxer.
He should have. I forget if he had the blonde mohawk when he started. I know he had it when he was Viscera. I always liked that blonde mohawk on him. Mm-hmm. Mabel, Viscera, whatever you want to call him.
Viscera's Ministry of Darkness, right?
Yeah.
That one just got released actually as an elite Viscera with the Hardcore Championship.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah.
And I don't even want the Viscera. I want the Hardcore Championship.
We want the title.
It's pretty hard to find, and it's weird that they would put it with Viscera too.
Yeah, of all they gotta like. I mean, I understand why they won't, but man, they gotta. There's so many guys from that era that need a good figure.
I think Mattel's only on Series 77, and they've released a lot of duplicates. Like they took over the license in 2011, so I think they're still getting to releasing a lot of.
But it's like the likeness. Like some guys own their character, so they won't release certain things. But I digress.
Yeah. Well, like you said, they were doing a 1, 2, 3 kid. They're probably just doing a color variation to the one that they.
Well, it's 1, 2, 3 kid. It's like a fan voice. It's the 1, 2, 3 kid in the blue. I think they said. I could be wrong.
See, they released. They have that one already. I don't know why.
Okay, so then it might be the purple one that we saw here. I forget. Then they also had him as NWO.
I want the NWO. They have one already.
Or the X Factor.
And they have that one as well too. So that's why I was like, I wonder which one the fans voted to have a duplicate of, because they have 1, 2, 3 kid in blue with the yellow letters.
That's right. Yeah, you mentioned it because you had passed up on that one, right?
Yeah, and he's got a tag championship, and I kind of regret passing up on him because he would fit awesome up there with Razor and Shawn and.
Oh
Diesel.
Damn!
What?
I just got breaking news that the Undertaker has announced his retirement, and it breaks in the last ride.
Oh shit!
Oh, so that's it. Taker's done. What? Oh man!
I wish he would have done it when I went to see him at Raw, and then Roman Reigns beat him, and he put everything down.
That was with that WrestleMania. Ah, fuck! I hate that match so much. It was such a bad match for him. They should have kept him. He should have went to 25-0 and just called it the career there, as opposed to going with like 24-2 or whatever he is at WrestleMania all time now. Mm-hmm. But AJ Styles is this last match.
The Boneyard match.
I mean, he's retired as a professional wrestler, right? So we'll keep it there. I mean. Never say never, but
he's under that 15-year contract.
He can. Yeah, I also see him do. He'll do appearances. I'm guessing. It's just kind of funny that story just popped up on my phone as the Undertaker's matches we're watching starts. Eh?
Yeah. But you got it from ESPN? How come I didn't get a fucking?
Where did I see it? Where did I see it?
Viscera versus Masked Undertaker here, guys.
That's weird.
Viscera is one of Undertaker's WrestleMania opponents, or no?
Yeah. No, no. No, I don't think so. I know he joins the Ministry at some point in time, but I don't. I think that may have been what. Maybe that's something. Maybe he was in the Ministry and helped the Undertaker at one point, but I don't think he fought him at WrestleMania.
It would have to have been in this era, like either this WrestleMania or...
Yeah, because after this, at this WrestleMania, he fights Diesel.
Okay.
Then he fights, after that, he fights Sid for the title, and then you're rolling into the Attitude Era. So that's like you're getting your Kane matches and that kind of stuff. So, Undertaker. Whoops.
Because he does take a little bit of a break, right, with an injury.
WrestleMania 2000, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, yeah. I've just Google searched it and it's everywhere. Undertaker announces it. Ringside News has it.
Well deserved.
That's it, yeah.
Ooh, Viscera. The big splash on the ring.
How bad do you think Undertaker wanted to actually? Because the Undertaker was known in the locker room as being the guy, like, if you fuck up, he makes he makes it be known to you that whatever. I mean, he held court, like he was the judge, jury, and executioner. When he broke Taker's face, how bad do you think Taker wanted this match to be? Like, either not have this match or actually like straight up just like beat him good.
Yeah, I bet he wanted to fuck him up.
Yeah, you know, man.
The legacy of the Undertaker.
Yeah, it's just so wild to have that. They just come up.
Oh man, that splash is hurt.
Taker took it too, eh? He didn't like really brace himself all that much. And I don't know if anyone missed it, but Mo is wearing the urn that was melted down by Kama Mustafa into the gold chains.
Mo.
Mo.
Is this allowed in a casket match?
Oh, it's anything goes, baby. Anything goes.
Damn.
Don't you remember when he fought Yokozuna in the casket match?
Actually, I had a very similar casket to this as a kid with a shovel. It was a part of a kit.
Okay.
And
I thought you meant like an actual casket.
No.
Like, as a kid, my parents got me a casket. That's morbid.
It was a toy casket. It was a wrestling toy casket. Like it was the Undertaker kit, of course.
Right.
The innards were purple, and it came with a shovel. I don't know if it came with an Undertaker fig.
It's not over. Viscera's got to be the one that closes it. You could see that coming too.
Yeah.
Like that was a bad camera angle. Yeah. You could see him getting ready to brace it.
The camera should have been lower, and the
yeah.
You should have just seen the hand pop up or out, stopping it. Ugh. Viscera's spitting all over the place.
Yeah,
I gotta need a mask.
Those shots, man. Shots to the throat make you spit.
Boom. Did I tell you guys about the rat I murdered?
No. You murdered a rat?
Yeah, I murdered a rat.
God damn. Well, what did they tell the cops?
I told them they didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
Horrible powerbomb or choke slam by Undertaker.
Man.
Well,
when you go up against a 500-pounder, you do what you can.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Vis.
I murdered a rat, but I saved the bird. So. Ooh, big boot to the back of the head, and he falls into the casket.
There
Viscera
we go.
does. But
Mo gets the. Oh, he's in.
Mo
No.
gets save here, and he's trying to attack the Undertaker. Drops his chain and hits the Undertaker with the chain. Nothing happens. Oh, that's why the casket is that big.
Ah. Okay, get them both. Yeah.
Oh, you ruined it, Ryan. I'm guessing that's what's gonna happen. It might not, but I'm guessing he's gonna throw Mo in.
Most likely, yeah. There's a wow. That's a good choke slam.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a choke slam. Good thing it was on Mo.
Yeah.
Mo. Oh yeah, but I murdered a rat and I saved the bird. He's gonna roll him in.
So what happened?
My dad has a shed in the backyard for all his landscaping stuff.
Okay.
And last year there was one, and I don't know how my dad got rid of it. This year there's been a lot, and like they've been really, really brave. And by brave, I mean, damn, the Undertaker's getting in there with him. Oh, he's taking his gold back.
He wants his urn.
Yeah.
It looks plastic spray painted.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it does not
Doesn't
look
look
like
heavy.
a actual chain at all.
So they've been getting really brave. Last week when we were done podcasting, I went outside to eat, and these motherfuckers were running halfway out into the yard and then back in when they would see us, and like we're just standing around, and then like they were doing it over and over again.
Right.
And, like, with different rats, and like one time they ran across, and I'm like, damn, it's too much. So my parents went and bought traps, but they bought multiple traps. They bought they bought two of the ones that snap down, and one of the glue traps. So 2 rats fell into the snapping ones, and their necks got snapped.
Right.
But one fell into the glue.
Oh no.
So he's alive.
And they like gnaw their feet off to get off there. Like
Yeah,
the glue trap is the worst.
So his face was actually like stuck to the. He tried to eat the food, and his face got stuck, and his legs were stuck.
Oh man.
So I get home from work, and I see my mom sitting in the backyard, and I see a glue trap, and I see a rat stuck on there, but I also see a bird stuck on the trap. Yeah. So I tell my mom, I'm like, what are you gonna do? She's like, I'm just gonna throw them away. I'm like, well, kill them. I'm like,
I'm gonna throw them. Oh my god.
I'm like, kill them. I'm like,
your mom's so mafia. That's all.
I'm like, put them out of their misery. And she's like, no, I can't do that. And she's like, it's nasty. And I'm like, then I'm gonna do it. And she's like, well, let me get out of here. So she leaves. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stomp them out and get blood on my shoes.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like,
you guys are mafia. Holy crap.
I'm like, let me put him in the trunk and snap his neck like that.
Yeah.
Snap his neck with the trunk.
Take him out to a field and break out the baseball bat.
Yeah. So I want to put this rat out of its misery because it's trying to pull its face off of the glue, and it's just pulling and squeaking, and the bird's like, I'm fucking stuck. His wing is like, he's like this. His like wing is,
his ring.
The wing is stuck in the glue. Oh, fucking fan fell, almost hit me. Yeah, but his fucking wing stuck in the glue, and I'm like, all right, I need to find something to put him out of his misery. So I go in the garage.
Fancy pants over here.
Sorry, it's my car hole. I go to my car hole, and I find a hammer. Trusty old hammer.
Oh, I knew you were gonna go hammer. I really was hoping that you wouldn't. But I mean, what else can you use?
What do you want me to do, Ryan? Stomp him out?
That's what I mean. Like,
it's like and whack him in the head, and it breaks, and he's brain damaged, and is still feeling everything. Or I get a trusty hammer, and I whack him once, and he's all good.
And that's it. Yeah. Oh, god damn it!
So I go get the hammer. And I'm like, I guess I gotta do this. And I'm like, sorry, bird. Sorry, rat. So I take a swing at the rat, and his eyes go and like, bulge out of his head, like, and like he starts bleeding from his ears. Like he twitched twice, and that was it.
And then, like, let me guess, you put him on a stake and you put it in front of the shed as a message to the rest of the rats.
Yeah. And then I smeared blood on my chest, and I said, "Gattaca!"
Yeah.
Something like that. So I did something. I don't know what I did. And then I had a change of heart on the bird after seeing the fucking
After
eyes,
you,
I have to
yeah.
say the eyes bulge out after I murdered the mouse. Or the rat. Sorry, it's not a mouse. It sounds cute.
It's not,
It's not
yeah,
Mickey.
if
It
you kill
wasn't
a
Mickey.
mouse,
It's not Disney.
if you kill a
Sorry, guys.
mouse, you're a horrible human being. If you kill a rat, you're a hero.
Well, are mouses this big?
Yeah. Maybe in Chicago. I don't know.
And I didn't want to kill it, so I went and I got 2 sticks and I put it under its wing and I got the wing off the glue and I got the stick or the legs out of the glue. And then I handed them over to my nieces, and they gave them a bird bath, like 3 bird baths, to try to get all the glue off. And then they clipped the wings because it was really hard to get the fucking rat glue off because that shit is strong as fuck. And then we put him in a cage, and we fed him, and we gave him water, and we were gonna keep him longer, but he's a wild animal, and he does not like being in the cage.
Right.
We wanted him to rehabilitate. We have cockatoos, we have other birds and shit, but we weren't trying to keep him. We just wanted him to be better. I didn't want to kill him. I wanted to save him. So we left him in the cage for like 2 days, and then I wanted to release him, but my parents decided that while I was at work, they were going to release him sooner rather than later, because I guess they put him in the backyard in the cage, and the mom bird, because he was like he wasn't a baby bird anymore. He could fly.
He was right,
but he
wasn't like full grown.
Yeah. But we had to clip his wings because he had glue on him. So we're like, fuck, we'll let his wings grow back and then we'll let him go. But his mom was going crazy and she was around him. Like, maybe she can protect him or whatever and get him into a tree. So we let him go or they let him go, and he kind of just glided into the trees with her, and hopefully she's just going to feed him till he gets better. It's the best I could do.
Right.
I gave him a second chance at life.
Then you went back outside the next day and he was stuck in the trap again.
Here's a message for you fucking rats. You come into my fucking backyard, I'm going to bash your brains in.
I was expecting you to like hold your hand up and I freed the bird and now I'm stuck to the trap. No one's helping me.
No, I knew it was super sticky and like super messy, so I just stuck like a stick under the wing and I kind of popped the wing. And I didn't want to like just pull it because I'm like I don't want to break its bird fucking shit.
Right.
Yeah. They're weak. So that's why they can fly. Here comes Brett, super mad.
If you had freed both the bird and the rat, would you have sewn them together like a pigeon rat?
Yeah, right. No, what I would have done is I would have put them in the cage, and I would have, because I named the bird Pidgey, and I would have named the other one Ratata or Ratatat, and I would have broken a mini pool stick, and I would have thrown it in there, I would have thrown one half in there and said,
"When you comes out,
yeah, whoever lives is my new pet." Or gets to go to the wild, gets to go back into the wild.
Well, that's kind of funny because you would put that post up the other day of the grilling and talking about like can't wait for the meat prices to go down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, just all you gotta do is just go get those backyard rodents,
What's
man.
Funny
Like, and then here you are.
That same day is when I murdered that rat.
That's hilarious.
I thought I had messaged you and telling you about the rat, but I guess I'd forgotten.
But
that same day, I murdered that rat. The other two got murdered by the
then you cooked for your father,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, salmon, yes.
Yeah, salmon.
Here, Dad, I got you some salmon.
Salmon is really dark meat, son. Yeah. Salmon.
Has fur. Oops. Yeah. Well, never mind. Did you see... there was a story like a week or two ago where some girl was getting sued for $2 million because her boyfriend burnt down the apartment complex that she lived in because he was trying to cook a squirrel with a blowtorch.
Sounds delicious.
And he accidentally burnt down the damn apartment.
Accidentally? No. Being stupid is not an accident, all right?
Well, I mean, he didn't set out to do that, so it's like it falls under the technicality of an accident. But yeah, he fucking burnt down a damn apartment, blowtorching a squirrel. Fuck.
That's insane.
Oh, god damn it. No, I got a good laugh from that one, though.
Yeah. Sorry, Ron, my phone up there died.
No worries.
It didn't, like, physically die. It's battery.
It's just battery.
Yeah. It died.
So you can tell these Stampede guys and how well they work together. and like, you just see how they again, like I said with the Owen and Diesel match, how they flow and how Owen made that match so much better with Diesel. Here, how much better does Davey look with Brett already?
Oh yeah, dude. Well,
Like
their Intercontinental match was it's up there for Intercontinental matches of all time.
yeah,
Top
yeah,
five.
that's what I would say. I would say it's probably I have it as probably top 3 and potentially top 10 match all time period. But yeah,
Definitely top 3 when you take out gimmick matches and just straight up wrestling match. They put on
right,
they
yeah,
put on
yeah.
a show.
So
Because like people like throwing in there, oh well, they didn't, look, they didn't need the weapons. They put on a
they
fucking
didn't,
fantastic
yeah,
match.
they didn't need to include a certain spot or a certain angle. Like they were able to use their natural abilities to tell the story,
Mm-hmm.
like Hogan and Warrior.
You got that right, Ryan.
Fuck Jim Cornette with the Santa Claus. I didn't see that before.
Santa Claus racket. Has he come out with anything saying any statements about what he did?
I haven't heard. The only person that I've heard come out with the accusations was Matt Riddle. Everyone else, I haven't heard anything, any denying or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tessa Blanchard made the list too.
So did Sexy Star.
Yeah. Like I wonder if it's all of like that's what made me wonder, because I've heard that Tessa could be like rough backstage, but I wonder like if it was like more like a physical, not as much sexual. But I don't know how these things all work out. But in time.
I'm sorry, but if Tessa Blanchard was like, "Hey, you got to eat my box to get up ahead," I'll be like, "All right."
No, if I have to, I have to.
If that's the dues, that's the dues. But guys and girls are different, man.
Well, Joe Rogan on.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one.
No, I was gonna say on his comedy special. I think it's Triggered.
Yeah.
It's the one from 2 years ago. He talks about Harvey Weinstein, and he says like how guys like imagine the guys are like, oh, I don't understand what's so wrong with it, and he's like, imagine if the roles were reversed and there was some overweight, disgusting looking, like 60-year-old woman that said, you want to do this, you have to fuck me. Like, and he points it out, and it's like, I forget the whole joke. I don't want to ruin it, but and it's true. Like you start.
Here's an example of that joke. I'm part of the toy community because I buy all this stuff, and part of the gaming community, which everyone is. Everyone plays video games, but being part of the toy community comes hand in hand with being part of the video game community. But there's always the meme of the young man looking distraught and the old lady in her bra and panties, and it says, secured that fig money, or secured that PS4, or secured that PS5.
I think I saw something like that for the new Xbox and the new PS5. Yeah, I saw something like that.
Yeah, that's the joke. You sleep with an old lady because she's gonna pay for your PS4, a new wave of toys or something or whatever.
Yeah. No, just to say there was that good moment there where Bulldog knocked the referee down so he doesn't want to get disqualified, so he walks over, picks him up, and says, "I'm sorry."
Yeah. We're brushing over a good ass match over here between these two.
Yeah.
You talked about it right in the beginning. Yeah, you did. You broke it down.
Yeah, the Intercontinental leading into this one. Mm-hmm. Brother-in-law versus brother-in-law.
So on Raw, you actually have a heel turn from Brett's sister as well. It's a complete different Diana than we've seen before. She's with her husband 100%.
Even in this, like at the SummerSlam match, she was very torn on what she wanted to do. But yeah, I know this match in and out. I've watched it so many times, and in this match, she is upset when Brett's winning, and she is happy when Bulldog is in the offensive, as we're seeing right here.
Can I borrow a feeling?
I guess do I have to record that song somewhere?
Are you gonna release the tape too?
Guys, I'm gonna get myself a race car bed.
I wouldn't mind. Sip on a food.
I mean, it's out there. I haven't said anything on the show, but it's out there now for everyone. The wife and I are splitting, so
you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. But how?
No, it's all good. Like it's out to.
I would be pissed about that post myself, but that's just me.
Oh no, we discussed it beforehand. Like and then yeah, it's all good. We were just letting everybody know because I mean, you don't want to make 14 phone calls and forget to make that 15th and then someone finds out the wrong way, right? It's just,
Yeah.
here just tell everyone, let everyone know what's going down and go from there. And but yeah, it's out there. It's not a big deal. It's not like, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not going to be about to lose $500 million in something. You know what I mean? It's amicable. It's all good. We're fine.
Yeah. You
We're
take it on the
healthy.
chin, Ryan, like a champ.
I mean, what can I do, right? I mean, if I dwell, I'll be. I don't want to go dark. This is just a bad joke, but if you dwell, you end up hanging from a tree. Like that's like you can't. You don't want like you have to find a silver lining to push yourself through day to day. Like I've talked to you, I've talked to Jeff, I've talked to people. Like I got a good support system. It's all good,
Yeah.
and that's important.
Yeah. And we'll get through this.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Wrestling will get us through.
I always said that I made the joke to Kara. I'm like, so you can have this friend, but I really want that friend. And she goes, why are we splitting? She's like, why are we splitting our friends? I'm like, oh, that's right. You don't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry loses all of his friends because no one wants to be friends with him when him and his wife separate.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, there's definitely that.
Yeah, I mean, what like, yeah, I know I know who's got my back, and I know who not will hurt me, but I know who is more likely to go towards Kara. Put it that way. So it's all good. It's fine. It's all good. Ooh, Fred almost went way too fast on that flip.
Yeah. Calm it down, Brett. You want to land on your feet.
I mean, yeah,
like
Owen lands on his neck. Brett lands on his feet. Like the heart boys are going hard in the paint.
Overzealous today.
Yeah. Something in that Philadelphia water. It could be an ECW big thing. 'Cause they're in Philadelphia for this pay-per-view. That would make a lot of sense as to why.
Bubba's probably in the fucking crowd. You're probably right on that one then.
So it probably was a Dudley Boy family member in some way, shape, or form.
Which he's probably still there. I just stopped tracking him.
Yeah, after I saw him. I think he was standing up for a while. I think because they were trying to get some free merchandise to sell at the ECW show. Mm-hmm. Santa's throwing stuff out there trying to snag it. You mark it up.
Ask him, ref. Ask him.
It is funny because it is hard to see Jim Cornette and laugh at his antics knowing things now, though. You know what I mean? Like it's. This match, to me, I used to laugh when he would do those things and look like, oh, whatever, this and that. But now when I see him, I'm just like, oh, you're funny, but kind of scumbag. Can't dwell.
Boom. Atomic drop.
That's one I never really understood. The headbutt to the groin. Like that was always the one like that. And that was like a Bret Hart special.
Running Bulldog from Bret Hart there. That's a Bret Hart special too.
Yeah. Bulldog took that one kind of weird too. It looks like he tried to roll over too soon. There we go. The move that we rarely see anymore.
Uh-oh. That looked a little iffy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like he barely got it without fucking up his neck.
Yeah. But I mean, Bulldog's neck is so thick anyway, right? Like it's because Bulldog, I think here he's doing 90% of the steroids in the locker room. Like man, oh man.
Yeah, he's shorter than Bret, but almost 2 times as wide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's funny too, like you can see. I mean, it's a testament to Bret, but like Bulldog wrestled that match at SummerSlam. I forget the whole thing, so forgive me if I am wrong, but Davey Boy was higher than a kite on meth or crack or something.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It was something hard. But he didn't sleep for like 2 nights going into, and Bret carried that match start to finish.
Yeah.
And to Bulldog's credit, he did that match and he performed just as well. But you see, oh, nice reversal. You see how much better the flow is when Bulldog is a little cleaner. It's not necessarily like better because
I
I
don't know,
think
Ryan. You've ever fucking had a match on crack? It's pretty it's the best thing in the world.
fair enough. That's true.
I've gone to jujitsu super high as hell after a couple blunts or Muay Thai. That's pretty fun. Never on crack though, or meth.
That's what Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has said that in the past. Like he would get high and then to go roll because he would focus more.
Well, with me, it was just like we were smoking because my friends would be out of school and I'd be out of work. And we'd be at home. We'd all meet up pretty much at the same time at home or at the Fred house. And we'd smoke. But, like, class was, like, at 6:30. So, a couple of hours, like, smoke 2 blunts and then you go super high to work out. Work it out of you. I'd get there and the coach would be like, Rafael, you feeling good today? I'd be like, yeah.
You know it.
And then he'd be like, all right. We were going for a run anyways. But like, all right, get out. Like he knew it's gonna get out of your system. He'd be like, run it out.
There's the blood.
That's the picture I used because there was a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Did he bleed?
I was gonna ask you if you knew that because he hit that pole, and it's. Yeah, I think it was an accident because Cornette just said he's fine. But I mean, there wasn't a lot of blood in this era, also, right?
Yeah, they didn't want them to use it.
And it looks like the referee's like legit concerned for a sec. Yeah, I think it was an accident. But like I said, I don't know. It's wrestling, right? It's the referee does his job to make sure you're okay. Now that's a nice.
Boom.
A nice power. That's how you do a pile driver. You kind of lean back a little bit, let the guy fall off you a bit. Bulldog's covered in blood too.
Well, that might have been an accident. They're checking up on Brett. This guy's covered in blood.
It's funny too because like I said, like I've watched this match more than enough times in my life. This is one of my favorite Bret Hart matches, and it is funny to not have ever looked up this match to see if it was a blade or an accident. Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's also the location. It's a little weird. It's not more. It looks like it's not centered enough because it's more one side of his face. But sometimes an accident can tell a better story, right?
Yeah. Well, you want blood. You can't fake blood. That's what they say.
Yeah. But giving them a lot of time considering it's the Bulldog. But I guess it's Brett too. Oof. Now, Raph, what are the benefits of a falling, slipping, diving headbutt onto your opponent's ass?
Well, Ryan, you can hit him in the sciatica, and they have back spasms to the point where they couldn't get up.
God, I guess Kevin the Bulldog almost fell on that one.
Ooh, here we go.
Nice surfboards. Yeah, because the sciatic. You're right, boo.
He's working on the sciatic nerve. Oh my God, the ref got kicked in the head. Oh, but he's fine. I've seen Lesser take them out.
That's the thing. That's how I love. Like when the referee gets he gets kicked in the head legit, and he's up and walking. And then other times, like he gets like a little bump, and he falls outside the ring, and he's out for like 25 minutes. It's like, oh, come on, like if I was a ref, I would want to train and actually take like a solid bump. Like if I have to be hurt for the angle, I want you to actually make it believable. Like.
Sciatic is no joke.
No, it's not.
Look at this fucking Bulldog's pants they're turning all red now.
They're turning all red, yeah. I mean, the ring's looking more like the UFC than it's looking like a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
You know what pissed me off about last night with Curtis Blades? He did what he had to do to win, which, styles win fights.
Mm-hmm.
I Dana White coming out afterwards and saying like, oh, he talked a big game and then he puts out that performance and like, it's bull, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But meanwhile, like the fight that I went to, GSP Nate Diaz, GSP though, it was probably the only time where he talked smack about wanting to hurt Nate Diaz and people won't be able to recognize Nate Diaz and blah blah blah. And then GSP had a GSP fight where he wrestled him, and Dana White's like, yeah, it's another great performance and all this stuff. It's like Dana White is like if you sell, Dana White does not care what you say or do. But the second you stop selling, man, or the second that you haven't, or if you have not sold, I should say, also, like but like. Oh, it pisses me off, man.
I get what you're saying because that Blades one, it wasn't a boring match. I've seen way boring matches.
And I didn't know that Blades was talking a lot of trash about it beforehand. I didn't know that.
Oh, he said he was just gonna. He's like, if you guys are looking for striking display, don't watch this main event. I'm gonna ragdoll this motherfucker, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm ad-libbing it, but that was pretty much what he was saying. If you guys want a striking display in the main event, don't tune in tonight. I'm gonna ragdoll him.
Yeah. No, he did it.
Yeah, he wrestled him, beat the shit out of him, ragdolled him. He threw him around a couple times too.
Oh, Bulldog getting all that blood dripped on him. So much blood.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Look where it started over there too. You see a little pile.
Yeah.
A little puddle.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
Bulldog caught Brett in the running power slam. Damn. Onto the outside of the
mats. They're doing some spots here now.
Yeah. I like this mic arm thing. I can move wherever I want now. What? Twist it. Talking to whatever side I want. Picks it up anywhere. Subscribe to the podcast so I can buy more cool podcast stuff. Cocksuckers.
Yeah. Once the borders open up, we'll be able to do some live stuff. Meet up somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing good. Stinky, how are you doing?
How are the kids doing?
Good.
Back from the pack.
Back from the pack.
Oh.
Bulldog, he tasted his own medicine there.
I'm getting hit in the nuts. Damn.
Look at this fan. This fan is getting into it.
Yeah, the lady.
Covered in blood.
She's like, what the hell? You ruined my pants. That's what you get for wearing white jeans to the fucking wrestling show, lady. In Philadelphia.
She looks pissed. Yeah, but I was going to say, why is she so mad? But Philadelphia.
When you said we could do, when the borders open up and we could do stuff live, I was like, ooh, Ryan, that sounded kinky.
Well, it's up to you if you want to record it.
Hey, the casting couch is right there.
Oh, fuck.
I'm joined now, ladies and gentlemen, by Jim Cornette.
Accidentally. Could you hear that now, right?
No, I didn't hear anything, no. I can hear you. Oh!
A video came up where
Bulldog just bounced off his fucking skull.
It was wrestling related. It was going to be Jim Ross. It's like, hi, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here interviewing Jim Cornette. And I'm like, oh, shit. Some video popped up. I was looking at Brett. I was looking up if Brett bladed or not, but I can't find it.
Doesn't
say. Doesn't say if it was planned.
I don't remember in his. I just read his book at the end of last year, and I don't remember him mentioning it. Now that I think about it, but
drag racing.
Yeah, I don't know. Some guy, I don't know, some idiot.
Oh. Davey boy with the roll.
Get the tights, pull the tights.
Oh, Brett's gonna. Nope. Brett was gonna pull the tights on the roll up.
Very, very reminiscent of the finish to their Wembley match.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking nair.
Oh, nice.
It's like he just kind of bent over. Bulldog just jumped and missed. Maybe Bulldog is high here.
On life.
Yeah.
I like how you were a little bit behind and now you're like a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
time zone differences. There's weird
Yeah,
time inflections.
because it's all through. Well, it's all through the network.
No, well, like when
Say
I was
maybe not.
maybe one of us maybe I lagged a little bit and I didn't
Maybe
notice. Because when I went to go visit Jeff, I time traveled for an hour.
You times yes. Oh yeah, that's right.
And that's it, right? Did he get pinned with the
Yeah, that's a 3.
what is it? The crossbody? No, the crucifix.
Yeah, crucifix pin.
And that's it, guys. No.
There's a nice cheap knockoff Hulk Hogan in there too.
How? Oh, knockoff Hulk Hogan. I thought you said knock on Hulk Hogan. I'm like, how? With the
Oh no, yeah,
with the crucifix? I'm like, why? Because he's Jesus to wrestling? I'm like, what are you saying, Ryan? What biblical terms are you speaking of here?
Yeah. No, I don't know if you saw the one fan, but he looked like a cheap knockoff of Hogan.
Yeah.
Like it was probably the guy that they hired for the Billionaire Ted skits. We can't pay you, but we'll give you front row seats to some events.
I like the Hitman's gear here.
Yeah.
I think is that the figure I have?
The Elite?
Yeah. No, the
Elite?
Ultimate Edition.
That's the same one that I have, right?
Yeah, the one with the jacket and shit.
Yeah, that one is King of the Ring 95 against Diesel.
Okay, so it might just be altered a little bit.
Yeah. In Your House Extra.
What is this?
This is an interview segment. Hey, Stinky. What, buddy?
Oh, Diesel's confronting the Undertaker here.
Versus Brett, and I think that's when Taker pulls him. No, Taker gets the rest of the Royal Rumble title shot. In Your House in February, it's the cage match Diesel and Brett, where Diesel gets pulled under the ring, and then that sets up the WrestleMania showdown between Diesel and Taker.
So if you guys actually want to check those out, we have actually 1 through 6. I think there might be a 7 up there that we did as well.
Yeah, we did. We did like 1 or 2 earlier on, before we decided to start doing the. Or is there getting a love letter from Goldust?
I wish I got a love letter from Goldust. That's it, guys. Right? They're just showing highlights now.
Yeah, it's just the highlights now, and then the snowball,
the cum shot on the throwaway. Well, Ryan, I want to thank you for joining me once again on the Full Heel Podcast, breaking down and giving our commentary.
Yeah.
I know we got a little social justice warrior or a little bit woke, but shit does need to change, and
100%.
People need to be held accountable for their actions.
They do, yeah, and that's it, and we're seeing it now, and I think the reason why we talked about it is because we talk wrestling. If me and Raph were breaking down basketball games, we probably wouldn't have gotten brought up. But
yeah, well, like the thing is, it's happening right now in wrestling. It's happening right now with Joe Rogan. They're talking about it, and it's happening with comedians like that I like. So it's kind of in the atmosphere of my life and what I'm doing. So I just wanted to address it because it's been in my head, and it kind of helps to talk to someone about it.
Right.
So I want to thank you, Ryan, again for joining me here on the Full Heel Podcast. Anything before we get out of here?
What the hell's going on? Sorry, my computer's froze for a second. Honestly, like I said last week, thank you again for the support and everything. Much appreciated all through everything. 90% chance I won't be here next week. If depending on where we're at, I I might be able to jump, but it's highly unlikely. And then, yeah, it'll be probably I'm thinking 2 to 3 weeks where I will not be here. But like I said last week, Full Heel Nation, I will be back to watch some fun wrestling with Raph eventually, and
For
yeah,
show. For
we get
show.
through this together as a nation.
Yeah. And there will be content up on the network, either me playing video games with my nephews or something, or me doing maybe in your house. We already did 6, so maybe 7 or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. There's still going to be content for you guys to keep going. Bear with us while we get stuff figured out. Fight companions are back, so there'll be those.
Yeah.
I had Toucan over yesterday. It was fun. So yeah,
Frankie's slurping up Liverpool every Tuesday.
Yeah. Frankie's doing football on Full Heel Network, so there's always that on the network as well. And I know I've mentioned it before, but I'm gonna say it again so people start knowing what I'm gonna do with it. I have a separate channel already for my gaming. I don't want to overload the FHP network with me streaming my gameplay because it's kind of a separate thing. I want to get people that are gamers to see my content as well. So that's why there's some videos up there. But I'm going to start putting my videos up on a separate channel. I think it's called the Donkeytron channel, if I'm not mistaken.
Donkeytron Network.
Yeah. I'll put it out there, but I'll upload my live streams there, and my majority of my gaming is going to go there. But there will also be clips, and every so often I will throw it up on the main channel. So that's what it's going to be now. The Full Heel Podcast Network channel is the main channel. I will have my gaming channel. Eventually, if Frankie wants to, we can have the soccer or the football on Full Heel channel where everything would be there, and then we can do clips on the main channel. And the main channel would be my podcast plus clips of every other thing that I'm doing outside of the network. So go ahead and subscribe to the network to get football on Full Heel, anything and everything that having to do with soccer. Not me. I'm producing, but it's my buddy Frankie, my fraternity brother Frankie from college. Him and my other fraternity brother, Jose. Shout outs to Omega Delta Phi. And our buddy Andres that also went to college with us. It was their roommate. So go ahead and check that out. That's on the network. Football on Full Heel. So Full Heel Podcast Network will get you all of that. So go ahead and subscribe to that. And if you don't want to listen to that, you got me. You got me doing stuff with Ryan on WWE. And then you have Fight Companions on Saturday where I have a collaboration with the Football on Full Heel guys. They come and they do Fight Companions with me, which was originally what we were doing. So go ahead and subscribe to the network. A bunch of cool stuff for you guys to get entertained with. And I'm playing with Jamie. If you guys remember Jamie the Jobber, me and him playing BR duos in Warzone. I just got the pass for maybe a year, I think, the Game Pass on Xbox Live, so I could have whatever games they throw up there for free or like $1 for the whole year. Because that was like the deal they had right now, where if you did it, it was as long as you had your subscription. Some subscriptions are up to 3 years, like paid for in full. I have mine paid for the year. So that $1 will stretch the whole year long. If I had 3 months, it would have been 3 months. Because I haven't done the Game Pass, but there's this deal that's going on. I don't know, because maybe of COVID or something, but I don't know if I showed them this. Did I show them this controller thing too? Look at it.
Briefly, at the very beginning.
Look at that. I showed you, right?
Yeah.
Look at that Master Chief holding on my controller, which is pretty awesome. But like I said, go ahead and subscribe to the network. Maybe I'll start doing more Fig opening things, and that would go on the gaming channel, I guess, as well. Fig reviews. And then,
there you go.
And then clips would be brought over here. I could just do like a mashup of stuff. I should do a review on this thing.
Thank you.
Zoom L8. Whatever it is. It's all complicated. But I'm getting used to it too. So, like I said, subscribe to the network. Audio is going to get better. With time, I'm learning how to use my Zoom L8. I know it's better with the other mics, but the only way to get better with this is to use this. So, subscribe. Go ahead right now. It's at the bottom of the screen, that little red button. And if you just want the audio, we're on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, all that good stuff. Take us with you at work. Take us with you while you're cleaning, taking a shit, taking a shower, driving in the car, whatever you want to do. We'll be there with you. We'll be there. We'll be your buddies. Me and Ryan and me and my other buddies. So check us out. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time on the Fool Heel